Okay. Hi everyone. Hey. Nice to meet you. This is my first time to do the English presentation in here, so I'm very nervous. And I think my presentation is really long, but I will finish it very shortly. Okay. So firstly, let me introduce myself. My name is Jung and I'm 23 years old, and my major is the education of the Christianity. So I started it since when I was 16. So today I want to talk about. Today I will tell you about my thoughts about I have recently felt in this year, the 2020 year. So I will start now. So nowadays it is really hard to meet each other. So it is this year is really hard for everyone, hard time for everyone because the COVID-19. Especially I think the Christianity in Korea is really dangerous and hard situation because government has tried to restrict our worshiping of God, and also the people who don't believe in Jesus Christ curse and criticize us a lot. And also the online worshiping make us more lazy than before about our faith of God. So that is really serious problem. And then, so I want to say that in this year is literally chaotic. So in every field, like economy or politics and our society and everywhere. But we should live in this year and we should overcome this year, isn't it? So yeah. Nowadays is really hard. So almost everyone think so. Some people think like that. There is no any solution for COVID-19. It's like in my case is when I got my grandmother houses in Chuseok, my uncle said to me, "Hey, I think there is no solution for the COVID-19, so we have to find other way to get a job for saving money. So I think I suggest you to be a YouTuber or singer for throat, something." So, oh, that's good. That's a good idea. But it's impossible, isn't it? It's really hard. And the situation is very hard, so most people miss the past because nowadays it seems to be seems to be that there is no hope and depressing and dark and serious. Yeah, I also miss the past. It's like I really miss the people who ask me about where is and do you know about Do? Or oh, your face is looking good because of your ancestors. Yeah, at least they are the scam, even though they are scam and they are heresy. But at least back then we didn't care about the wearing a mask and we didn't care what the people thinking about each other. So I really miss the situation. So look at this picture. They don't wearing mask, isn't it? So I'm sure that the people who are in here miss the situation before the COVID-19. Yeah. So yeah, but unfortunately, but we can't. The thing is that we can't go back then. We can't go back to past because even though if we make the vaccine for the COVID-19, then we can go back. But we don't know. And we don't know exactly when we can make this vaccine for the COVID-19, and maybe it will take a long time, very long time. So, the going the past is really impossible right now in this situation. Then, what do we do in this situation? So I think the missing the past is we should. We should think about. Okay, sorry. Okay. Yeah. So, rather we should concern about our face. But how do we keep our face in this situation? This very hard situation. So I hear some examples. I think there are cases. There are similar stories like us. in the Bible, and we can find their stories in the Bible and many other communist nations. So I think those cases, our cases are similar, but the only different thing is that they could be died because of believing Jesus. They could be died because of the believing Jesus. The believing Jesus Christ for them is really dangerous things to them. But why did they give up their faith? So our earlier churches and the Christian who live in the communist nation like North Korea or China, they give up their faith? No, they never give up their faith. Then why did they not give up their faith? Because they consider the faith of God more important than the other things, even their life. So I think we should follow their will, their strong will, and we should keep moving forward, even though the world curse and criticize, and the government makes some laws to restrict our worshiping and online worshiping. We should keep moving forward. And worrying about the worldly things are useless. That worldly things about like how to live, how to get a job until next year. That kind of worries are very useless. So I realized that. In my case, is few months ago, I really want to get a job because I really need money. But in this COVID-19, it's really hard to get a job. So I just worry about that. I just think about very useless things. How to live, if I can't take a scholarship in this semester, how do I do? Like that. But that kind of worries are so ridiculous and very useless things because it made me more aggressive and more depressing. So then what do we do in this situation? So rather than worrying about our worldly things or near future, rather we should accept this situation, accept this COVID-19, and we should find other ways to survive. And we are other ways to survive. So, yeah, in my opinion, this COVID-19 gives us some messages about, first is worldly things is useless. It's like fame, money, power, or car, or house, everything. Because as we know, when we die, we are going to eternal life, isn't it? Or heaven, or hell. But I think everyone in here going to heaven, isn't it? Yeah, everyone going to heaven. Yeah, okay. Yeah, then when we go there, we can't take them from the earth. So we have to left them on the earth when we go there. So this kind of things like money or fame and power and car is temporary things. So what I want to say that we don't depend on them. So we should find the truth and we should find the more important things than them. And second, about the COVID-19 gives us some changing. It's like through this situation, our life is totally changing. So I want to say here are some examples. Is our technology. I think the technology. So this situation is pushed us to develop our technology more than before. And I already experienced that. It's like in near future, I think in near future, the machine will walk instead of a human being. So now we don't need to walk anymore. It's like so maybe we already experienced that. So we can see the store and the shop without the cashier, or we can see a lot of drones, something, and then it's like an online lecture. So even though the teachers and the students are very far from each other, but we can have a lecture each other. We can have a conversation and we can give them some information and get some information from them. So I think it is a very big change. And so I don't think about the COVID-19 is crisis. Yeah, COVID-19 is crisis because everyone lose their jobs or some people lose their opportunity to go abroad for studying or traveling. But I think it is just temporary, and I think the COVID-19 is just the stage for the next generation. So then what do we do for in this situation? The missing the past and worrying our near future? No, we should prepare for new world. So after the COVID-19 and in near future, everything will be changing. The old ways are changed by new way. So we should prepare for new world. We don't have time to miss and worrying about the useless things. So that is very ridiculous, I think. So yeah, as before I mentioned, if we don't need to walk anymore because of the machine will do anything for instead of a human being, then there is one big problem. That is, almost people lose their jobs and they don't have chance to get some achievement and fulfillment and cooperation, relationship and anything from the work. They lose everything. Then they should find other ways to get them. So, yeah, finally I want to say that. Okay, I'm finishing first. So I hope that, finally I really hope that. Finally, I really hope that through these situations, many people knows about God and be saved, and many Christians be trained by withstanding this tribulation. Thank you very much for your attention.